Hi everyone, welcome to Lola's Frugal Life. This is episode number 64, and today we'll be doing our weekly zone cleaning. This week we are in Zone 1. So please just stick around for a few quick words from our sponsor and we'll get right into today's episode. Okay everyone, it's time to get ready for our weekly zone cleaning. This week we are in Zone 1. I can't believe it, but I believe that this might be my third time of recording a Zone 1 episode, which only occurs once a month, so it's hard to believe that I've already done at least 2 of these. So time is just flying by. So if you haven't listened to these zone cleaning episodes before, basically what we do is I just kind of give you the list of the things that I have on my zone cleaning list for the week. And then I will also let you know what the Fly Lady has on her list, on her website, if it's not on my list, just to give you some other ideas. If you're not familiar with Fly Lady, basically she has cleaning routines that you follow, like you set up daily routines to keep your home clean, like daily routines where you do a morning routine, an afternoon routine, and an evening routine. And then you also do what is called zone cleaning, where you're cleaning. Each week there's a different zone of your home. Your home's divided into 5 areas, and each week you're focusing your deep cleaning and decluttering tasks in those areas of the home. So I really, really love it. I've always, as soon as I saw this method, I thought it was the greatest thing on earth because I always felt overwhelmed with what to work on, where to do it, what to do, just kind of not really knowing what I've already done, what I haven't done. So I just really love the system because you never have to feel overwhelmed. You're just focused in one area and that's all you have to think about that week. And when you're, like, one of the things she kind of says is you don't have to do spring cleaning because you're detailing your home all through the year. You just keep traveling back and forth through the different zones of your home throughout the entire year. And when you, if you're in a zone and you don't get to completely finish it, you're going to come back to it next month. So you finish what you didn't finish this month, next month. She recommends doing 15 minutes a day. I don't do it that way. I do all my zone cleaning on the weekend. As of now, I'm always changing things up, trying to figure out what works best for me. But right now it works best for me to do it on the weekend because I have a pretty detailed morning routine that I followed, that I created, where I do all of my other major household cleaning within a half hour each day during the week, and I have a separate episode on that. But basically that's when I'm doing the bathrooms, cleaning out the fridge and the kitchen, things like that. So before you get started, I would recommend having an idea of what you're going to work on today, just because it usually keeps you moving quicker if you don't have to stop and then think and look what you want to move to next. Just kind of have in your mind, okay, first I'm going to dust this entertainment center, then I'm going to do that shelf, and then just kind of have like a quick rough plan in your head because it keeps you moving forward and it helps, I think, also stopping you from taking those breaks. Not that you shouldn't take breaks, you should, but like sometimes if you're kind of thinking about what to do, you wind up taking like an unintended break and then you might wind up not getting back to work. So, like I said, we are in Zone 1 this week. So Zone 1, officially on the Fly Lady site, is the entrance to your home, like the entrance area, the front porch, and the dining room. For me, Zone 1 is our living room because our home enters right into the living room, and we don't have a dining room. So we just go from the living room and the front porch. Those are my Zone 1 areas. So, oh, and by the way, how I track my lists, I downloaded the Fly Lady app. I know it's available on iTunes for Apple. Is it called iTunes? No, on the App Store. It's available in the App Store for those of you who have iPhones. I'm really not sure what other platforms it's available on, but she does have a website that has the lists. And I know lots of people have templates you can download where you can just kind of create your own monthly checklist. But I like having it on my phone. It really doesn't matter, honestly, paper or phone. But what I like about having it on my phone is that if I'm walking through the house and I notice something that looks like it hasn't been cleaned in a while, I'll just quickly open up my phone, I'll go into that zone list, and I'll add that item to the list for the week. Not for the week, but for that zone cleaning week. That way, once I'm in that zone again, I'll have that always on my list. so it will never get forgotten again. Now, obviously, if it's really bad, I'll just clean it then. I'm not going to be like, oh, that's really gross. Let me wait 4 weeks till we hit that zone. But anyway, so that's what I really like about it, because I don't have to worry. Like, once I see something, it goes on the list, and then I never have to remember it again. It's just there. And how I also approach it is, which I believe is what the Fly Lady says too. Like I said, I'm not like fully versed on her entire, like exactly how she says you should do things. I was reading a lot about it for a while, and then I kind of got out of it as far as sticking to all the details and remembering everything. But basically, you don't have to get everything done in the week when it's assigned. You get as much done as you can, and then when it comes around next time, you get as much as you can too. She's really big into the progress over perfection type thing too, like I am. I love that. I always feel like if you're doing something, it's more than if you didn't do it. So you still made progress, you still did better. Do something, it's better than doing nothing. So anyway, sorry, let's get into the list for today. So here's what I have on my living room list, since I will be working in the living room. So I have dust the windowsills and dust down the front door. Then I have clean the switch plate and the walls. I feel like I need to split that into 2 items. I think that was in the app originally as that way, and I feel like those are 2 vastly different things, because you can quickly wipe down a switch plate. You can't quickly wipe down the walls if you're going to do like a thorough, like going around wiping down the walls. So I think I might split that into 2 items in my app, because if I want to just do like a really quick one that I can check off, like if I have like a minute left or whatever, I want to just be able to check something real quick, I'd like to have the switch plate there. That way I could just do it, check it. If it says switch plates and walls, then I'm like, well, I can't really check it because I didn't do the walls. Whatever. So that's that. Then we have straighten the coat closet. So our coat closet also serves as a game, like a board game shelf, or like at the top where the coats are, we put our board games up there. I really need to work on that one. I think I was intending to work on that one last time we were in this zone, and I didn't get to it. Our board games, I had them really super neat and organized. I bought some bins at the Dollar Tree, and I had them all nice, but then I think the kids got some new ones. And now it's getting a little bit scary, where sometimes if you go to grab a board game, you might wind up having all of them topple on your head. So I definitely need to get in there and try and figure out a way to organize it. I find that it's a little bit difficult because it's up high, like it's up higher, like we have to reach up, and sometimes board games are like odd shapes and stuff, and then it's just kind of hard to get them to like kind of fit nice up there. So I definitely have to work on that one. Okay, then I also have clean carpet. So we don't have wall-to-wall carpet, but we do have a big throw area rug in the family room, in the living room. So what I'll usually do is I have like one of those Bissell, like little green clean machine things. So I would just bring that up and just kind of get on my hands and knees and go back and forth and clean that carpet. Now, I also want to mention, some of these things I do not consider something I would do every month when this comes around. Like, I don't know, maybe some people do, but I do not clean my carpet in that way once a month. So like that's something that would probably stay on my list for a while, and then I'd be like, yeah, you know what, I haven't done that in a while, let me do that this time. So just because it's on my list does not mean that I try and make sure I get it done every single time it comes around. I use some judgment on whether or not I feel like I really need to do it, because I don't want to do it just because it's on the list. I want to like make good use of my time. So anyway, that's like one of those types of items that I wouldn't necessarily do just because it's on the list. Like every single time I'm in the zone, I'm not gonna get on my hands and knees and like deep clean the carpet. Let's see. Oh, sweep under chairs and couch. So we have like a big like chair. It's like a double chair, I guess you would call it, in our living room with like a little ottoman and then the couch. So just like pulling those out and sweeping underneath, because sometimes stuff gets like down underneath the couches somehow, like way back. It's like, how does that stuff even get there? But so I'll just like pull it out and like sweep out and just kind of get really good back like under the couches and the chairs. Wash the throw pillows. So I don't actually, well, I haven't recently washed the actual pillows. I had just taken the covers off and washed those and then put them back on. So I probably should wash the actual pillows too soon. I mean, I don't know. I would think that they're probably pretty clean because they're covered by the cover, but I'm sure obviously things can kind of see through the cover, so I'll have to throw the actual pillows in the wash also. Then I have wash throw blankets. So the throw blankets, what I used to do is I have like an ottoman, like I said, and it opens up and it has storage in there where you can put blankets, and then we also have like this chest in our living room that holds blankets. And I used to kind of, when I'd get to that like wash throw blankets item, it'd be one of those items where I was kind of like, I don't know what to do. Like, do I go through the chest and try and figure out what's been washed recently and what hasn't been, and make sure everything's been washed in a certain period of time? So now I don't even care. I'm just like, if it's out, I wash it. Like if there's a blanket laying on the couch, I pick it up, I throw it in the wash. If there's a blanket like I'm seeing right now, because my kids were in here last night watching Hamilton, it was like the big thing. They've been waiting for that play to come out on Disney Plus. It came out last night. Anyway, that's kind of random, but they were in here. There's a throw blanket that they just threw on the floor in my family room. That's where I'm at right now. But if that was in the living room, or really if I just saw it laying in here when I'm doing throw blankets, I would just grab it anyway, of course. But that's what I do. Whatever throw blankets are out, I just grab them and I wash them. And we pretty much always have throw blankets out. Someone will have left one on some couch, or in this instance, thrown on the floor, or whatever. So I'll just grab what's out and I'll wash it, because I figure if I wash what's out, that's what's been being used. And next time it comes around, if there was one that was being used and was thrown back in the chest, I'm sure it will wind up in the rotation. It'll wind up being left out at some point. So that's how I kind of been handling washing the throw blankets. Then I just have dust furniture. So we have just like 2 end tables in there, and like a little entertainment center and a bookcase. So I'll just go and dust those. Again, I want to reiterate, I'm not doing all of these every single time. There's no way I could get to all this stuff. Maybe some people can, and if you can, that's really awesome. I would feel great if I got to all this stuff, but there's just no way I'm getting to all of these things in one time frame when the weekly zone cleaning comes around for this area. Then I also have on here to dust the baseboards, dust the hallway vent. We have like a big I guess it's like an intake or something for like the heating system. It's like one of those big vents like on the wall. So I have on there just to like dust that, and then to Windex the front storm door. So that's what I have for my living room. All right. And then I have the front porch. So the front porch, I just have pull some weeds. So like if I'm out there and I notice like right around that area that maybe something needs to be pulled, that's on the list. I could just go out and do that. Same thing, trim bushes. Like if there's any bushes at like the entranceway to our house that need that have like a weird shoot like growing off them or anything like that needs to be trimmed, that can be done, is one of my zone cleaning items. Also sweep down any cobwebs, like if there's any like cobwebs that might start to form like around the front door. Like we have like a little, it's not like an awning, it's just like the front of the house, I guess, or whatever, but kind of under that area, sometimes like cobwebs can form and stuff. I'll sweep the front porch. We have like a light fixture out there. I'll just kind of dust that off. Spot cleaning our siding. Like sometimes, I don't know, the siding gets gross stuff on it. I don't know how it even happens. I don't know if bugs like come flying and slam into the house, but there'll be like just weird random like gross stuff that'll just like be on the siding all of a sudden. So I'll just kind of like take a cleaner and just kind of wipe that down real quick. Just around the front door. I'm not like walking around looking at the entire house, looking at the siding. I'm just talking about like the front porch area. And then clean our storm door, I meant to take that off last time. I have to take that off this list. Our storm door is the door that I mentioned in my living room. I keep forgetting. I'm going to actually take that off right now as we're doing this. Delete. Because my front porch enters into my living room, so I had clean storm door on my entrance, my front entrance list, and then I also had it in the living room list. And I noticed that last time we did the Zone 1 episode, and I totally meant to take it off. So that's what I have for Zone 1. I am going to next get to what Fly Lady has, just to double check and see if on her list she has anything different. And then I'll also read you what she has on the dining room list, because I do not have a dining room, but I'll share that with you just in case you do, and if that's something that you want to work on. So just to re-emphasize again, the reason that I am doing these episodes is because I thought it might be helpful if you don't want to have to maintain a list, or if you don't want to have to use the app. You can just listen to this episode each week and make a note of some of the things that I mentioned that you might want to work on, and just work on those this week, and then you don't have to keep track. You can just listen to the episode, get some ideas, and do your zone cleaning. However much time you want to do is up to you. When you want to do it, you could do it throughout the week. You could do it while you listen to the episode, although the episode's not long enough to get too much done. But anyway, so that's why I'm doing this. I thought it might be helpful to people if we just kind of like share what we're working on, and just kind of give you some ideas on what you might want to work on this week if you're trying to follow this system. So, okay, so dining room. So here's what the Fly Lady has on the dining room list, if you have one and you want to hear what's on that deep cleaning list for the month. So she has clean the cobwebs, dust windowsills, clean the window, like the window itself, clean doors of china cabinet after you straighten dishes if they need to be straightened, and then dust the china cabinet if you have one. Clean and straighten any drawer. I guess if you have like a drawer in the dining room, maybe like in the china cabinet itself. Clean off top of dining table and polish it. Rinse plants in the shower. I guess if you have like a planter, you know how sometimes they get like kind of like a pot, maybe they get a little bit dirty sometimes. So I guess she's saying to like clean those, like kind of rinse those off in the shower. I'm guessing that's what that means. I'm not really sure what that means. Dust the bottoms of the chairs, dust the baseboards, move furniture and vacuum underneath. That was the same thing I had in my living room. And then she just says add your own personal touches to the table. A tablecloth, a pretty bowl, flowers, things like that. So that's what she has for the dining room list. Let me just see if she has anything else like on the entrance. She doesn't really have anything else on the entrance that I didn't already mention. Oh, she does have sweep and mop the floors. I don't do that as part of my zone cleaning. I do that as part of my morning cleaning routine that I do. So I don't do that as part of zone cleaning. And you can figure that out too, like what things you want to do as part of your weekly, just like your regular home maintenance, and then what you want to do as part of your zone cleaning. Because some people are more particular and might want certain things cleaned more often than you would want to if you got around to it every time you did it zone cleaning, because then you're only doing it once a month. So that's that. Let's see, front porch. She has on the front porch, I already have the sweep the porch, sweep down cobwebs, I already have that. She says sweep off porch furniture. We don't have furniture because we just have like a small little entry to our house. It's not really like a big porch you would put furniture on, but if you have furniture on your porch, you'd want to clean that out. She says throw away any dead plants. I guess if you had maybe like a planter bucket out there and some of the plants died, just to kind of clean that up. Let's see, refill bird feeders, repot planters if necessary, if it's in the summer, wipe down tables, banisters, light fixtures, and get rid of any unwanted items. So I guess if something kind of got left on the front porch, you would just want to put it away. So that's what she has on her list. So I hope I covered everything to give you some good ideas of what to work on. Hopefully you get a lot done today, this week, however you're going to do it. And that's kind of it for today's Fly Lady Zone Cleaning episode, or however you want to call it. Like I said, you do not have to be following the Fly Lady system to use this, of course. I use kind of like a hybrid system of any different random things that I wind up hearing and whatever kind of works together for me, and this is what works for me right now. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I would love to hear from you. You can reach me at facebook.com/Lola's Frugal Life. You can send me a message through Facebook. You can like the page. You can join our private listeners group. There's a link to that group on the Facebook page, or you can go directly to Lola's Frugal Life facebook.com/groups. I'm sorry. I can't believe I just said that. You can go to facebook.com/groups/Lola's Frugal Life. And there's a link there. That is the group page. So once you're there, you can click on the link to join, submit a request to join, and I'll add you. And there's just a few of us on there now, but it's been growing slowly. I've gotten a couple new members this week, so I was really excited about that. We had a couple nice little conversations, so it's definitely starting to grow. I think it'll be a really great place where like-minded people with ideas about cleaning, budgeting, productivity, things like that. We can have different topic threads and share ideas, and I think it'll be really great. So I'd love to have you join. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you like this show. Again, please, episode topics, if you have any ideas, please share. I'd love to get some ideas. I had a million ideas in my head, and I just feel like I had more ideas than I thought I did. So I just want to make sure I'm doing topics that are relevant. I do still have episodes coming up that I do have ideas for, but I don't want to try and be too repetitive. So if you have any new ideas, that'd be really great if there's something you'd like to learn about or hear about. Anyway, that's it. Thank you again so much for listening. I hope you have a really awesome day. Thanks again.